All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Wentz now on first down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Sunday! Great 15!
Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Run.
This is Ajayi. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Run. Go.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. From the red zone now, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 47 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They run with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Shorty.
They go play action here on first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Terrell Suggs in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Come on now, let's go.
On play action, Wentz. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Wentz to throw again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year. And that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off of play action. Luck. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Be right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Luck. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Luck. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got room to run past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Solid.
Here's a giant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action. It's locked. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sproles. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. And I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. On first down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Terrell Suggs in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. Into the red zone, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
81. Shorty.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And the Colts coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drop.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are long.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Timmy Jernigan with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Bluff. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. To throw is Locke. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3-and-out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Sproles, the return. And now running right through it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. That was close to a big play and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the interception, it's Luck. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago. And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
81.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run again with a J. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They shakes him off, escaping the pressure right. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Here's Hines on a toss play. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Love. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Michael Bennett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. It's complete to Grant. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Luck now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air, Luck on second down. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bipema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. Great.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Flush to his right. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Luck now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. The Eagles offense back out onto the field, and this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzling me a little bit.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. 2
yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down is Locke. Ebron caught left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Colts on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Luck on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A very solid gain of 27. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12. 53 flight. Check. 53 flight. 622. Gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
4 down. Alert. Shift. Watch the shift. 623. 58
From the gun on third down. Locke. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
4 down.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.